of the large and fertile island of Java, there was a prosperous kingdom ruled by a wise and compassionate king named Prabu Solotinggil. Known far and wide for his justice and kindness, the king was deeply loved by his people. Yet, behind this prosperity, one great challenge haunted his mind, a relentless drought that returned year after year. The small rivers and streams that flowed through the kingdom were too weak to nourish the vast rice paddies and fields that were the lifeblood of his people. The earth cracked and withered beneath the scorching sun, and the farmer's face grew anxious, burdened by the shrinking harvest. Prabu Solotinggil felt the heavy weight of his people's suffering upon his shoulders. He often walked among his subjects, listening to their woes and sharing their hopes. Yet, despite all efforts, the drought would not relent. He sought counsel from his wisest advisors, and the kingdom's prized but none could offer a solution. One night, under a sky sparkling with countless stars, the king fell into a deep sleep. In his dream, a mysterious figure appeared, a venerable old man with a long white beard, eyes shining with ancient wisdom, and an aura that was gentle yet commanding.
King Prabu Solotinggil, your heart is pure, and your people suffer greatly. If you wish to end this drought and bring prosperity to your kingdom, seek the hidden source of water at the foot of Mount Lau. There in a secret cave, flows a secret spring blessed by the gods themselves. Find it and the land will heal.
At dawn, the king awoke with a heart full of hope. He immediately gathered his council and shared the dream, determined to save his kingdom. Prabu Solotinggil ordered his bravest soldiers and skilled scouts to search the foothills of Mount Lau for this hidden water source. Weeks passed as the soldiers ventured deep into dense forests and rugged cliffs, facing wild nature and unpredictable weather. They climbed higher, following faint trails and listening for the sound of flowing water. Meanwhile, the villagers wait anxiously, their prayers rising like mist with the morning sun. Finally, hidden behind thick vines and moss-covered rocks, they found a small cave. Inside, a spring bubbled quietly, its water clear and cool. Though the flow was modest, the discovery brought immense joy. Yet, when the news reached the kingdom, many doubted that the small spring could end the drought. They whispered that the water was too little, too weak to quench the thirst of the entire kingdom. But Prabu Solotinggil did not lose hope. Believing in the divine promise, he journeyed to the cave alone and began a sacred retreat. For 7 days and nights, he fasted and meditated, seeking guidance and blessings from the gods. On the 7th day, the ground around the cave shook violently. A tense silence filled the air. Suddenly, a mighty roar echoed from deep beneath the earth. The spring burst forth in a powerful torrent, transforming into a roaring river that thundered down the mountainside. The people rejoiced, rushing to the river banks as the water flowed freely, dividing the land with its life-giving force. Fields once dry turned emerald green, flowers blossomed, and the sound of running water brought hope back to every corner of the kingdom. But the miracle came with an unexpected visitor. From the swirling depths of the new river rose a colossal dragon, its scales shimmering in shades of green and blue, its eyes glowing with ancient power. This was Nagagini. the guardian spirit of the scared spring, awakened by the disturbance. Angered by the intrusion, Nagagini roared, causing the river to curl and float. The clear water turned dark and stagnant, and the river ceased to flow, threatening to undo all that had been achieved. King Silottingil stood firm on the river bank, his voice calm and respectful as he spoke to the mighty dragon.
O mighty Nagagini, guardian of the sacred water, we mean no harm. We seek only to use this water to nourish our people and bring life to the land. If you will allow it, we vow to honor and protect this river.
The dragon gazed deeply into the king's eyes. After a long silence, Nagagini spoke in a voice like thunder and rushing water.
I see the truth in your heart, King Silottingil. I will allow the river to flow, but had my warning if my kind pollutes or harms this river. My word will return and bring ruin to all.
The king vowed to uphold this sacred trust. He established laws to protect the river and taught his people to live in harmony with nature. From that day forward, the great river was named Bengawan Solo, meaning great river. It became the kingdom's lifeblood and source of endless blessing. Years passed, and the story of Prabu Silottingil and Nagagini was passed down through generations, becoming a symbol of humanity's respect for nature and the vital balance between human life and the force of the earth. To this day, the waters of Bengawan Solo continue to flow through Java, a living testament to a king's wisdom, a dragon's vigilant watch, and the sacred bond that must always be honored between mankind and the natural world.